Hi everyone, it's day 12 of Power-Up Pilates and I hope you're all really well today and had a great weekend. Today we're going to be doing some lying down work, so we're going to be starting in relaxation position and then really getting our spines moving and our cores working as well as we do some really lovely gentle Pilates exercises. So all you need is something to lie on, so a mat or a blanket or a rug is fine, and a little cushion to support your head. So we're going to bring ourselves down onto the floor. And just lengthen yourself down so that your head is supported by your cushion and your feet and knees are hip distance apart with your knees up in the air. So we're going to start with checking that we're in our correct position. So your gaze should be going directly up towards the ceiling. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you and feel the weight go down through the back of your head, the back of your rib cage and the back of your pelvis. Just take a few breaths in and out here to find that lovely support from the mat and just relax down so you can just let the tension ooze out of your body. Arms long by your side and let your shoulders soften and your jaw relax. So we should be set up with our nose, our breastbone and our pubic bone in one long line here. Arms lengthened down by your side, and we'll start with a few little pelvic tilts here. So later take a deep breath in, big and wide into your rib cage. And as you breathe out, just start sending the breath out of your lungs as you start to rock your pelvis back to imprint your spine into the floor. As we take a breath in, we're going to just arch away and maybe even find that space between your spine and the mat. So you're just rocking on the back of your pelvis, imprinting and arching away. Really lovely and smoothly, imprinting and arching. Tummy button coming in towards your spine as you imprint. And just arching away nice and gently. So first thing in the morning, this is really lovely to ease out any achy lumbar spines. Also, if you spend lots of time working at your desk, this is going to be really nice as well to find that movement in your spine. Okay, let's come to a position where we're halfway in between. We're going to go straight into a knee drop. So you can place your hands on your hip bones. Make sure they're level with each other, and throughout this exercise you're going to try and maintain that levelness, making sure your pelvis isn't rocking from side to side. So take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, start opening one leg out to the side, core muscles coming in, rocking on the side of your foot and using your hands to make sure that your pelvis isn't moving. When you can't go any further, we're going to breathe in and bring that leg back, feeling those muscles down your center, just tightening and switching on. Let's go on the other side. Keep the opposite leg completely still. And come back through to your start position. So just going alternate legs. Remember, you're not using your hands to press down on your pelvis to make sure it's not moving. It's just there to give you a little bit of feedback and guidance as to what's going on down there. Opening out and returning. So this is going to be gorgeous for our hips, really making sure you've got lots of mobility in the hip socket and also working your core as well. Okay, last one to this side. And bring that leg back up. Now we're going to make it slightly more complicated now because we're going to add in some arms. So you're really going to have to work on your coordination. I'd like you to float your arms up now so they're directly over your shoulders, palms facing. And as you open one leg out to the side, I'd like you to open the opposite arm out at 90 degrees to your body. And draw back in. So breathing out to open to the side, really reaching through your fingers, coming back in. Now this is a lot more hard work for your core because you haven't got your arms to rely on now. So you've reduced the base of support and you're just relying on the strength of your spine and your core muscles to help you with this. So we're breathing out, keep your jaw relaxed, gaze still going up towards the ceiling and coming back in. Good, let's go again. Breathing out and in. Out, keeping your torso completely still and in. Good. One more time, breathing out to open up and come back in. Drop your arms down by your sides, take them slightly wider and have your palms facing down. Then bring your feet and your knees together and glue them there. Imagine you've got a 20-pound note between your knees. We're doing some lovely hip rolls, so this is going to get rotation through our spine, length through our waist as well. And again, brilliant if you're feeling tight after a day at work. So you're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, let's take our knees over to one side, rotating through our spine. keeping our opposite shoulder down. So you're getting pure rotation here. Keeping your legs glued together, your top foot should peel off the floor, draw back in. So you're going to breathe out to go to the other side now. Pause here and inhale. Exhale and draw everything back through. Okay, so you should feel really well that these oblique muscles, transverse abdominals are switching on as well. Let's go to each side a few more times. Think about keeping both sides of your waist really long. Coming back, super. Breathing out to rotate. Inhale, coming back on the exhale. Brilliant. Okay, so if you want to add in a bit more challenge, again, just float your arms up over your shoulders and do exactly the same, but really keep the opposite shoulder down. So you should feel now your torso has to work a lot more to help you rotate. Good. Still keeping your knees glued together, taking your legs over to the side, drawing back in, breathing out again, going over to the side. And in, super. Just a couple more to each side, and we're going to add on a little variation now. Over to the side again, brilliant. Coming back, all the way to the centre and float your arms down. So this time I'm going to add in a rib cage closure, which is going to really challenge our core. So it's going to be really wanting to let our rib cage pop up. We're going to keep these muscles switched on. Keep your rib cage down as you float your arms up and over. So we're getting gorgeous movement at our shoulders as well. So we're starting by lengthening through our fingers, breathing in. As we breathe out, we're lifting our arms up and over our shoulders. So our knees go to the side, reaching through your fingers. Pausing here, feel that length through your body, drawing everything back through and down. And you should have felt that was a lot more strong around your middle. Let's go again. Breathing out, float your arms up, keep your shoulders down, length into both sides of your waist. Pause here. Draw back on the exhalation and come back through. Super. Let's go a couple more times. So super long through your fingers. Think about rib cage not popping up. Rib cage remains down. Legs go to one side. Super. One more time to each side. Remember, you can always rest if this is too much. Breathing out, pause, exhale, come back in. And one more time. Breathing out and pause. Back in and down. Super. Okay, let's take our feet back to hip distance apart. Check that your shoulder blades are still tucked underneath you and have your knees and feet hip distance here. Neutral spine and pelvis. We're going to go into a single knee fold. So we're going to hinge at the hip and keep the angle of our knee exactly the same without rocking our pelvis back into the floor. So again, this is going to get your core muscles around here working. So let's breathe in. As we breathe out, float one knee up so that your thighs at 90 degrees. Inhale, lower down. Going on the other side. So tummy muscles tightening, making sure you're not rocking your spine back into the mat. Inhale, lower down. Super. Let's go again. Breathing out. Inhale down. And again, check what's going on with your shoulders. Make sure they're not coming around your ears. And try and keep that really still torso. So you might find this easy. You might find it more challenging on each side. Now, if you find that you're really gripping through your thighs at the top here, so tight hip flexors, use your glute muscles, so squeeze your bottom a little bit, and that's going to really help support your leg through the movement. And let's go again. Super. One more time to each side here. Breathing out again, thinking about keeping your spine still. And our last one. And we're going to bring that leg back down. Okay, so now keeping your feet still hip distance apart, neutral spine and pelvis, we're going to go into our lovely spine curl just to finish and get some more movement through our spine. So arms along down by your sides, breathing in. As you breathe out, rock your spine back, imprint your spine one bone at a time, and then start to lift up. So going from the back of your sacrum all the way up until you're balancing on your tips of your shoulder blades, legs are pressing away from you. Pause here, and then one bone at a time. Lengthen your spine back down onto the floor, tucking your pelvis and passing back through to neutral. Okay, so after the first one, you might find that you need to just adjust yourself ever so slightly. So my legs are too far away, so I'm going to go again. So breathing in, rocking my pelvis back. So really imprint your spine and think about peeling your spine off the floor, one vertebrae at a time until your knees are pressing away from you, hips are nice and high, pausing here. And again, we're going to soften our breastbone and gently lower down sequentially through our spine, all the way back through to our start position. We're going to go one more time. This time we're going to try it with our arms in the air. So you can't use your arms to help stabilize and balance. So we'll breathe in here and out, rolling back, using your glutes to help you lift up your spine, one bone at a time, nice and tall here, pausing here, knees pressing away from you, and lengthen down again, one bone at a time, all the way back through to the floor. Bring your knees in one at a time, give yourself a little bit of a hug, rock around from side to side if you need it, and then we're going to come onto our sides, press ourselves up through to our seated position. I'm going to take 2 final breaths, so sitting nice and tall here, however suits you best, to arms out to the side. We're going to breathe in and reach our arms up, reaching through our fingers, press the air away. And we're going to go one more time here. So reaching all the way up, really getting a lovely stretch on the front of your body, press the air away and give yourself a clap. Well done. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff in high kneeling. So if you need a little bit of extra support, make sure you've got a little cushion handy. Have a great day and I'll hopefully see you then. Take care.